The next NBA-related topic is that the NBA is pushing towards a March 7th All-Star game, which I'm glad they're doing. They are also considering doing a three-point contest and a dunk contest, which obviously everybody loves and would love to see next year. And then I wanted to make my All-Star starters predictions. I'm also going to mention some honorable mentions that could make the team. There's some obvious ones that I won't say that obviously should make it, but I'm going to give my starters right now. I forgot to fill one in, so I'm going to write it right here. So I'm going to start with the West. Number one, at point guard, I'm going to go Steph Curry, or the backcourt, I'm going to go Steph Curry. And then number two, Damian Lillard. I think they deserve to go. They're averaging about the same amount of points, both, leading their teams to solid records. Steph actually, surprisingly, not surprisingly to me, but surprisingly to a lot of people, is leading the Warriors. I think they're 10-9, 11-10, something like that. And they got a solid seed in the West over there. And Lillard, he saw him hit the game winner the other night, just balling out. And I've always liked Lillard. So that'll be awesome to see. I think he deserves a starting spot this year after being robbed all those years. At three, I got LeBron. You got to put LeBron in there. Obviously, probably best player in the league right now. KD, maybe. But LeBron's definitely number one right now. You got to put him in there. Number four, I got Kawhi Leonard. I believe he's playing better than Anthony Davis and, most of the other contenders for starters. I believe he's averaging like 27 around there. And he's obviously a great defensive player, so I think he should be there. Number five, I got Jokic. He's been an MVP candidate recently. Dropped 47 the other night. Obviously, he averages, like 10 and 8 rebounds and assists. Obviously deserves to be there. Honorable mentions I think could make the team, not starters, but could make the West All-Star team. De'Aaron Fox been balling. Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker, Jeremy Grant. He's been balling over there. Actually, he might be on Detroit, but my bad. He's on Detroit. But I think he should make it in the East. I'm going to get to that later, but I accidentally put his name over there. And then Brandon Ingram's and Robert Woods. Or not Robert Woods. I'm blanking on his name. Woods from the Rockets. I got to look it up. I'm blanking. Forgive me. Christian Wood. I'm so sorry. I'm going to neck myself for that one. Christian Woods, I believe he deserves a spot on the All-Star team this year too, just the jump he's made. And if not All-Star, most improved player at the end of the year. Now let me get to the East. At number one, I got a tie. I think it could go either way between Trae Young and Kyrie. I do think Kyrie's playing more consistent, so I would put Kyrie over Trae Young right now. But I think once Trae Young finds his, jumper and, all that, I think he might take over that spot. But I know an issue with Trae Young right now is that he's drawing a lot of fouls in a kind of cheap way. He'll get the defender behind him locked in prison, and he'll jump back into him, shoot a shot, get the foul call, and that's a lot of people are kind of getting mad at that, which is smart to do, but I can see why it's super frustrating. Dude getting 18 free throws a night. So maybe they'll make a rule change. We'll see. And number two, I got to go my man Brad Beal. He deserves it. I don't know any player in the league that deserves it more than Brad Beal. So he better get a spot. Last year he was averaging 30 and did not make the team. So if he doesn't make it this year, something's wrong. Number three, I'm going to go Kevin Durant. He's also one of the MVP finalists right now. So I can't leave him out of the starting lineup. And number four, I'm going to go Giannis. Giannis had a slow start to the season, but recently he's picked it up. I believe he's averaging around 27 now. So obviously I think he's got to be in there. And number five, another MVP center candidate, Joel Embiid. He's been balling out. I'm not a big Joel Embiid fan due to the fact that he was early in his career, he was kind of talking so much shit, and he had barely played, but now he's proved himself. I'm starting to like him a little more, and I believe he's definitely earned it. He's in the MVP debate. So he's got to be there. He's got to be there. Honorable mentions, I'm going to start with Grant, Jeremy Grant. Obviously, I got that confused. He's on the Pistons now. Colin Sexton, man, he's been balling. It's fun to watch. I've been watching him since high school. And then when he played at Alabama and he took a team 3-on-5 and almost let them back. So big fan of him. Malcolm Brogdon, been balling too. He's been under the radar, super underrated. Zach LaVine, he could even be a starter over Kyrie, in my opinion. Zach LaVine just dominating this year, leading the Bulls to a play-in game seeding, 7 through 10. Jaylen Brown, you could also debate him being a starter, balling on the Celtics. A lot of people are saying that he's better right now than Jason Tatum is. I could definitely see that. Obviously, he could even make a starting spot. And then Julius Randle of the New York Knicks has really been dominating. Honestly, his stats-wise, he's been playing better than Anthony Davis, you can debate on stats all you want, but he's been leading the Knicks to a solid record, and the future looks bright in New York. So that's all I got for that. There's some obvious guys I didn't mention, like Anthony Davis, Jason Tatum, guys along that line that are obviously going to make it. But I just wanted to say my top 5 for starting lineups, and then honorable mentions I think could sneak in there and deserve a spot on the team.